Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, we are in Williams, Arizona, known as the gateway to the Grand Canyon. Today we're going to go see the Grand Canyon, but it is the year of planes, trains, and automobiles. So I didn't want to just drive to the Grand Canyon. I've done that a few times. I wanted to take a train. So we're going to be hopping aboard the Grand Canyon Railway. Now this was the primary way the tourists got to the Grand Canyon before the roads were built, before automobiles were popular. In 1901, they began taking tourists out to be able to see the Grand Canyon for themselves. It was pretty much the only way to get out there. Now after that, they started building roads. The train became less and less popular. And then in the 1960s, they actually shut down the Grand Canyon Railway. And then it reopened in the 1980s and has been serving once again to take guests to the Grand Canyon. So I'm really excited about this. I love the Grand Canyon. I love trains. So let's take a train to the Grand Canyon. Please follow me. Fortunately, it is a day of low fire danger. Okay, looks like the train station is down this way. You see one of the passenger cars sitting over here. There's a little caboose here named Jake. Oh, the Jake Jacobson, aka Jake. Okay, so apparently before the train leaves, we have a Wild West show.
15 minutes to board that train. It's plenty of time for you to come down, take pictures with the cowboys and the horses. Why'd the cowboy get a wiener dog? All the other cowboys told him to get a long little doggy. Cowboy that retired, deranged. Do y'all know that 6 out of 7 dwarves are not happy?
Oh, you just killed that guy over there. Oh. Oh. He fell in the pile of horse crap.
Got the picture this time? What rule? Rule number 1. What's that?
Oh.
I win.
Okay, while we were watching the Wild West show, the train rolled up. All right, let's see if we can find our car here. All right, we are here in the Pullman car.
Here, coach A, B, C, and D to the front.
Okay, we are in seat 11C here in the Pullman car. See if we can find our seats. Okay, there's our seat right here. So I wanted to try different train cars, different passenger cars. So we're going there on the Pullman car, and then on the back I upgraded a little bit to go on the coach car. So we'll experience the Pullman car, and then we'll experience the coach car on the way back from the Grand Canyon. They gave us here a complimentary newspaper, the Territorial Times, to read on our train trip. Train's getting pretty full. So the train actually takes us to Grand Canyon Historic Village. I've never been to this part of the canyon before, so I'm actually pretty excited about getting out and exploring. Okay, we are rolling.
Yeah, this side definitely is going to be in the sun over here. So everybody pulls.
Oh, there's the Outlaws.
Yeah, that's them. Hey, sawed-off sand, man. Meanest hombre west of the Bay Coast.
So there's no air conditioning on this train car, but you can open your window up to nature.
And as we make the big...
So we can enjoy the fresh air as we head to the canyon.
A lot of people come out when it is full and come out and wait at the train.
they said that it's going to be a 2-hour, 15-minute ride to the Grand Canyon. The train only goes 40 miles per hour.
Old cars and some engines up here. This is our parts department. Yeah, we can't buy any day Amazon or store, so we bring our used surplus cars here, hook them up to our mothball fleet, when we need parts to come pick one up when these cars are ready to replace our own. So this is our modern day pick and pull.
This is a graveyard of old train cars. We just use these for parts. A lot of parts to use.
Oh yes, and the cafe car is going to be opening as soon as the conductor gets done with his announcement here in probably about 10 minutes. We have to wait till we're out of wind before they can open up. But I'll let you know as soon as you want to head back there and get something. We've got 5 cars in front of us, and it's going to be a big ant line coming through here. That's how it works.
Bringing under 25 sacks of mail all along the southbound Odyssey. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. As you must have heard, filet cattle and the skies of hell forever.
It's an absolutely amazing musical performance here on the Grand Canyon Railway. And the first song she sang was a train song about the train City of New Orleans. That got me excited because as part of this ongoing trip, we are going to be riding the City of New Orleans train. Oh, there's the North Pole. They have the North Pole out here because they actually do the Polar Express train during the Christmas season.
Them all down. That's why as we head up to the canyon, all you'll see on either side of the train is a cement slab. Is there anything you see out here? Farmhouse, well, ranch houses and stuff.
So came down here to the cafe car to grab a little snack. They have the tables here. You can sit and eat. Then you go back to the end, and they have some food and drinks down there. So they have these cold sandwiches here. It's the only substantial food they have on the train. It's an Italian sandwich. This is an Italian sandwich. They're all Italian sandwiches, I think. What's this one? Oh, that's an Italian sandwich. I guess we're getting an Italian sandwich.
A little bit about Arizona here and our cattle country up here.
So I'm generally not a fan of cold sandwiches, but it was all the food they had on the canyon, and I was thinking about getting some food in the village, but they said that could end up taking a while, that there are really long lines. I want to make sure I had something in my stomach before we got to the canyon. So yeah, this is the Italian sandwich. So it's got 2 different kinds of meat. It's like maybe ham and salami and some cheese on it, and then got some mayonnaise and mustard on which to put on the sandwich. All right, here we go. This is the cold Italian train witch here. It's okay. The bread's not weird and soggy, so that's good. I guess it's a ciabatta bun on there. A lot of times when they put like these cold sandwiches, the bread's like always wet, but it's okay. As good as I can ask for with a cold refrigerated sandwich.
Years ago.
Oh, okay.
The fire started.
Big fire out here. They said 11 years ago there was a huge fire here caused by a lightning strike.
Going to be heading towards the track.
Yeah, this train is actually massive. Someone said there's 800 people currently riding on this train. So we have officially entered the Grand Canyon National Park. Okay, I did get a chance to use my America the Beautiful pass once again. When you book the train ticket, there's a $20 fee you have to pay to the national park to enter. But if you put the number in from your America the Beautiful pass, they'll subtract that $20. So, if we're keeping track, I spent $80 on this. I spent $30 the other day to go through Joshua Tree. Spent $20 today going to the Grand Canyon, and then $2 discount I got at the St. Louis Arch. So that brings us to $52. So if we get 28, spend $28 more on park admission, I'll have made my money back. Yeah, there's the Grand Canyon out there. Oh, wow. All right, the train has come to a stop. Apparently it stops, they switch the track, and it actually backs into the station. All right, and we are moving backwards. All right, and we are ready to deboard the train.
There, just go across that walkway, there it is. All right, back of the train and left to the rim, back of the train right to the bus.
Before we went and saw the canyon, I did want to come up here to the front of the train and see the locomotive here. That's what's been taking us out here to the Grand Canyon. Okay, I think we're gonna head towards the canyon. Okay, and here is the other train station at the end of the Grand Canyon Railway. So this up here is the El Tovar, a hotel right on the rim of the Grand Canyon. Now this is notable for a couple reasons. First of all, this used to be a Hopi House. We learned about Fred Harvey and his hotels and restaurants at Travel Town Museum in Los Angeles. But also, this was used in the film National Lampoon's Vacation, when Chevy Chase stopped here to try to cash a check and ended up having to steal money out of the cash register. Now, it's not the inside, it was not used in the filming, but they filmed the exterior. Of course, you want to learn more about that? Check out my friend Adam the Woo's video. He did a cross-country filming locations video on National Lampoon's Vacation. Okay, let's take a peek inside. Oh, wow. Look at this, like the wooden lodge here with the taxidermy heads, the moose, the elk, the buffalo. Pretty amazing. I should have stayed the night here. I've got a train ticket back tonight because I was in kind of a hurry, but man, I should have stayed. This is like, I'm going to put this on the bucket list. I'm going to come up here and stay at the El Tovar at some point. So after Clark Griswold steals money out of the cash register here at the El Tovar, him and his wife Ellen, they run over here real quick to get a quick view of the Grand Canyon before they have to rush out of town. Oh my God. Oh. Now this is I think my third or fourth time here. This gets me every time. This view is insane. Just how big this is cannot really be comprehended even by me standing here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that. Got people looking off over the edge. Wow. But yeah, I think Clark Griswold and his wife Ellen only spend a few seconds glancing out here because they gotta run away. One of those beautiful views in the world, and they only have a few seconds to look at it. And across here from the El Tovar, we have the Hopi House. It was built for Native American locals to sell crafts. Okay, now apparently there's a low door here. Okay, so see, I would actually bump my head if I didn't duck here, so we're gonna, oh, we're gonna head in. There's a mixture of native and non-native art in here. All right, someone flagged me down when I got off the train here. This is Marie, and she works up here at the Grand Canyon, showing me a few little things. And we were looking at this picture here of the Hopi House. This is from 1905. And you see this little stick here sticking out of the roof. That apparently is, where is it? Oh, right here. This is the same stick sticking out of the roof in that picture. It's been unchanged since 1905. We're up here on the second floor. Everything up here on the second floor is native made. We're gonna get a little behind the scenes peek here.
And here's some old paintings.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, these are painted on the wall here. They got glass there to protect them.
So the third.
Oh, so we're gonna duck down here. Oh, that scared me for a second. This is Hopi Sam here. Thought that was a real person just sitting there quietly on the couch. But this is a little apartment up here on top of the Hopi House. So yeah, the very tiny doors here. And you were telling me that the Hopi were generally very short people?
Yes, they're known for their shortness. They're called the Little People of Peace.
Oh, wow. Step out here onto the porch. Oh, wow. So yeah, a little peek here. You can see the Tovar there across the way. Okay, we can actually take these stairs up to the roof here. Be careful.
You want me to video?
Okay. Oh my god. Oh wow. What a nice view up here. So very lucky to be able to come up here on top of the Hopi House. But look at that. You can see the rim of the Grand Canyon from up here. Wow. Look at that. Alright, sometimes getting down is a little harder than getting up. Oh my gosh. So this is pottery from an artist known as Cameo, and she actually used to live up there in the apartment that we just saw. Okay, so Marie just told me a really interesting Easter egg. So that is the girls' dormitory there. And if you look at the rock wall over here, there is a heart in the rock wall. And it said whoever was building this rock wall had a girlfriend that was over in the dormitories. So he put it in the wall so she could see it from the dormitory window. That's a pretty cool little Easter egg here. So apparently down there, if you look at those trees, there is cabins that you can stay in down there. You know, I'm probably not going to have a chance to get it to do it today, but at some point I actually need to enter the Grand Canyon, but instead of just viewing it along the ridge. We're going to take a peek here inside the Bright Angel Lodge. So Bright Angel Lodge is the other Harvey house up here on the Grand Canyon. So we have a little museum in here about Fred Harvey. And again, I just learned about Fred Harvey like a week or so ago in Los Angeles at Travel Town. They had an exhibit on Fred Harvey. He set up this chains of restaurants and hotels along the rail lines. Here's a uniform of one of the Harvey girls, the waitresses and attendants that worked in the Harvey houses. And apparently they were also required to be single. They were not allowed to have boyfriends in order to work at the Harvey house. And here's some of the plates and cups that were actually used on the rail line that we just took, and apparently they are still used at the El Tovar Hotel as well. And these actually have images of the Harvey girls. Little Harvey girl souvenirs. Apparently they were a big deal. People wanted to take home little Harvey girls with them. So this is super cool here. This is the geological fireplace here. And what it is, they took samples of rock from all down the canyon. So this is the rock that we found at the bottom of the canyon. And as you go up, there's rock used from different levels to get the rock from the rim, the top of the canyon, right there. Look at this old vintage sign up here for the Bright Angel Lodge. This is a uniform of one of the original courier guides. They would apparently, when people got off the train, they would load them into Cadillacs and take them on tours of the surrounding area. It says these tours could last up to 5 days. So they had a driver of the Cadillac and then, I guess, the courier here, which would kind of conduct the tour. Oh, look at this telescope here that was used to view the canyon. It's a wood carving of Jenny Lind. And originally it was carved to sell a brand of cigars, but when they were designing this hotel, they actually picked this out as part of the decor of the hotel. And of course, we couldn't leave the Grand Canyon without getting some Grand Canyon pennies. You have the hiking boots, the mule for the mule ride. I can't go on the mule rides; I'm too heavy. And then this, the Native American symbol there. I'm in a good mood. Let's get all four. And some shiny Grand Canyon pennies for the collection. So we're gonna go for a walk along the South Rim Trail here, and hopefully we'll get back to the train on time. Check out this visitor center over here. You see it says Van Camp's Visitor Center. Apparently this was a curio shop that was an active business alongside the Grand Canyon that opened in 1898. This talks here about early settlement alongside the Grand Canyon. It says that John Verkamp, who owned this store, originally started out in a tent that he borrowed from the Bright Angel Hotel. And I guess his curio business was successful, so he was able to build this store. And this is our original painting of the Grand Canyon by Louis Aiken. An exhibit here on the schools of the Grand Canyon. Now, apparently, Grand Canyon is the only national park that has a K-12 school. So this is for the children of people that live and work here at the Grand Canyon. And they still have curios here at Verkamp's, including a building block Grand Canyon. You can build the whole Grand Canyon out of building blocks. Oh, there it is, assembled. And you can also have these animals here that you can construct. Again, I wanted to start collecting these, but I don't know. Not today. This wouldn't fit. Wouldn't fit my luggage. It's already too full. Now, for anyone who's been following along for years here on the channel, my first time at the Grand Canyon, I drove up here. It was super cloudy, a little snowy, and there was zero visibility. I did not get a chance to look at the Grand Canyon. Thankfully on my second trip up here was a much nicer day, and I got sufficient views of the Grand Canyon. But yeah, I'm interested in coming back here too. Like I said, I would love to stay at the hotels here, the historic hotels. I would love to, maybe go into the, like I said, into the canyon, taking some trips down there. Not today. Got to be back at the train, so we're just doing the rim hike. A little lookout over here. All right, look at. I'm gonna walk to the edge of this cliff here. Oh, this is making me super nervous. Oh gosh. Let's see how. I guess if we fell, we probably wouldn't fall all the way to the bottom of the canyon. We'd just land on that over there. So we will walk here to the edge. Oh, I'm so nervous. I don't want to move here. Hey! Yay! What a grand canyon. Oh my goodness.
You look like in your 40s.
Get away from
Buddy
here.
was in my 70s.
Whew. That got my heart pumping just a little bit. So of course last time I was here at the Grand Canyon, I actually got a chance to look at the canyon. It was a much nicer day, but actually that day,
Gosh.
I remember that day quite I remember that day because I was walking along this trail here down at the other side, not over here, but anyways, I was walking on the rim trail and I was out of breath. And that's a little bit normal because the air is thinner up here at higher elevations, but I was walking very slowly on very flat ground and I could not catch my breath. I felt pressure on my chest. I could barely walk. I got to my car. I sat down in my car and I felt completely weak, completely out of breath. I was just like, could barely gasp for air. I was sitting in my car. I'd just done a little bit of flat walking. And, you know, I'm not the most in shape person, but that was surprising. You know, I do walk a lot, but never been quite just out of breath. I think, you know, the elevation contributed to that. But I called my ex-wife and I told her what was happening. She told me, "You're having a heart attack." I'm like, I'm at the Grand Canyon. If I'm having a heart attack, I'm a goner. But I sat there for a little while. I did eventually catch my breath. Got to feeling normal, and I did go to the doctor. This was the first time I'd been to the doctor in a long time, in years, and they did a scan of my chest, and they found out that I had damage in my chest caused from untreated sleep apnea, and that was the point where they got me my CPAP machine that I still sleep with every night, and definitely been feeling a lot better. During that period of my life, I was feeling constantly exhausted. I was still out here making these videos, but I'd get back to my hotel room and I could hardly stay awake. And part of this is, you know, you need to go to the doctor. It's easy to put off. You could put going to the doctor off for some time, but once you reach a certain age, an age that I had reached, you don't need to ignore doctor's appointments. So the Grand Canyon may have saved my life. I think the thin air triggered that episode, but it unveiled like a real serious ongoing problem. You know, sleep apnea can be deadly if it's not caught and treated. So I was, you know, fortunate enough to catch it when I did, and life's a lot better right now and a lot healthier. Another perilous cliff over here. Oh yeah, let's look down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to fall. Oh my goodness. Oh. It's just like, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain until you've actually seen it. But the Grand Canyon is overwhelming. Like, your mind has a hard time of even really figuring out what it's looking at. It is just so vast. Like I said, there's cabins down there. You can barely see the buildings. They look like little, like they're so tiny. I don't even know if you guys can see the buildings. And the buildings are at the bottom of this massive canyon. Just the size of this thing is hard to convey in any sort of meaningful way. Oh, and I'm getting very dizzy standing so close to the edge. Whoo, whoo. And they have these like precision viewers, so it points you exactly what it wants you to look at. You see it? See these ragged trees being weathered by the wind for millions of years. seeing other people like take selfies really close to the edge just makes me super nervous. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's my fear of heights acting up, but just the thought of falling into the canyon it's terrifying, right? See how far we've come here. Look really closely there, you can see Grand Canyon Village. We got a long way back. Oh, and if you want to hike down into the canyon, you can take this trail right here. There's a new vantage point over here. Let's walk out here to another perilous cliff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's not that perilous. There's another cliff down there. Oh, that one there is pretty perilous. I wouldn't stand on that one. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, grand isn't strong enough of a word to describe this canyon. And we have reached Yavapai Point. If you look down there, you can actually see the Colorado River that runs through the canyon. You can see there's like almost a canyon inside the canyon right there. And if you look straight down, you can see water. I think we could take this trail here to get just a little bit closer. Good thing they put this fence down here. Otherwise, this would be dangerous. It's way down there, but you can actually see birds flying underneath us. Okay, down here. You can look down. Again, there's the Colorado River right there. And just look at this vast amount of vastness. That is one giant crevasse. Oh yeah, it makes me super nervous. Super nervous to stand right here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Whee! You can see the sign here. It says coins can kill, saying that someone killed the drastically endangered California condor here by throwing a coin down into the canyon. And also, I saw some signs warning against throwing rocks into the canyon as well, because a rock can actually hit an animal or a hiker and kill them. And here at Yavapai Point, there is a geology museum. Oh, look at this. Walk inside the museum, and it still has an incredible view of the canyon. You can get a close look at the south rim here that we've been walking along all the way down to the bottom. You can see the different stages of the canyon. At one point it was a tropical sea, which is just crazy to think about, and full of little squid creatures. And here's a model of the canyon. See how big it is here. So just for reference, we begin our walk here at Grand Canyon Village, and we made our way here to Yavapai Point. So that is the only this is all we've seen right here, is this and that view there. There is so much more of the canyon to explore. Definitely, I guess, like I said, definitely need to take some more trips out here to see more of the canyon here. And yes, that's Yavapai Point where we're currently at, or as Hulk Hogan would say, Yapapai. This back window has an amazing view of the canyon. I guess if you ever come out here and it's super chilly outside, go to the Geology Museum And you can watch the canyon in the warmth of the Geology Museum. Now it says you can see Mount Trumbull from there. That is 62 miles away. Kind of make it out. Now all there is to do is walk the 2 miles back to Grand Canyon Village and hope that we catch our train. They do have a bus system that will take you around to the different points. They do normally have water stations here on these signs, but they are currently closed. One of them said the reason was because of wildfires. I guess they needed the water to put out fires instead of for filling water bottles. And I bid adieu to you, you grandest of canyons. Get down these steps to the train station. I think we're going to arrive just on time. We have arrived back here at the train station. The train still here, which is good. So these cars here with the domes on top are viewing cars. I would have definitely booked one of these, but they were all booked up when I reserved my tickets. So I did want to experience different cars, so I rode here in the Pullman cars, but then I did an upgrade to coach for the ride back. Now that was like about $10 more, so we'll see what the difference is. So this is the Pullman car that we rode here on. You can see the one that has the windows open, people hanging out the windows. Alright, but we're going to be in one of these, one of the coach cars. Well, they just called all aboard. Here we go, we gotta hurry up. This is our car here. And here is the coach car. I think I'm the last one on the train. Yeah, not really sure how I managed to almost miss the train. It's starting to become my specialty. And it looks like we are starting to roll. I brought some complimentary water, which is nice after our long trek. There's someone getting a photograph of the train. People waiting on the train. Ooh, another train watcher. Oh, there's some elk in the woods. See the elk? Elk? There's an elk.
Nice little collection of elk down there watering.
Oh, there's an elk. There's some elk. Oh, I see an elk. Okay, so it seems the primary difference between the Pullman car and the coach cars is the coach cars are enclosed. You can't open the windows. They have larger windows, so a little more viewing out of them. And also, I believe there's air conditioning in here when there wasn't on the Pullman car. Now, today was an absolute gorgeous day here, and being able to open the windows and let that air in the Pullman's car. It was pretty much a perfect day to ride the Pullman car. I bet if it's a little hot or a little cold, you would probably want to be here in the coach car. Other than that, like today, it would probably be a toss-up. I think the seat might be a little cushier too.
Figured out that you could simply remove the roofs off the building, then they would be deemed as uninhabitable by the state and therefore no longer subject to property tax.
But mama tried to raise me better. Just what I've got on. My son is high.
So he's explaining the rules of the robbery. I went ahead and got some money out so I can be robbed. Oh, there's the outlaws. They're on horses. Oh, here he comes. Oh, it's Sawed Off Sam there.
Now they're riding hard. Here they come. Oh, looks like they're shooting our tires out.
There they go. They're horses.
It's funny because we have steel wheels.
They come.
We're looking for folding bells and jingling change. Ooh, smart move that way, robbing the train and not you. There it is. That's what I like to see. Pictures of presidents. Got some Washingtons here. Who's got a Lincoln? Pull that up to a Lincoln. Who's got a Jackson? I ain't no scientist, but I'll take a grant or two off you. What you got? There it is. Hey, for this turn into a bullet train now. Y'all catch my drift. There it is. Now I want to tell that Major Marshal that we went in the other direction. You understand? I said you understand me? Yes, sir.
There you go. Wake him up. Oh, here comes the marshal. Marshal! Woo!
Get themselves hurt, I leave them there. Mother Nature will take care of them. And I save the taxpayer some money. I don't have to house them and I don't have to feed them. But in case they don't jump, I have to arrest them, correct?
Okay, you see this yellow building that's coming up here? It's got all the wrought iron gates out in front of it. That building was the inspiration for Luigi's Casa della Tires in Pixar's animated classic Cars. The building was completed in 1908.
Back into the station.
It is the first reinforced solid pour concrete building in the state of Arizona. It is on the National Registry of Historic Buildings. Cars. So when you be bored and you want to go see your pictures, just literally walk forward and that's where she'll be. 2 steps, she says.
Watch your step. Careful coming down, please.
Here's where we exit through the gift shop. Some t-shirts for the railroad. Rails to Rim. Yeah, they got some pretty fun shirts here. Also have this Route 66 Grand Canyon Railway cup. But here's the souvenir I was looking for, the Grand Canyon Railway pressed pennies. You got the California condor there that live in the Grand Canyon. There is the Grand Canyon. There's the train, and there's the old train. Sometimes they run the steam engine once a month. And there we go, some Grand Canyon pennies to add to our collection of Grand Canyon pennies, to add to our larger collection of pressed pennies. And then right next to the train station here, we have the Fred Harvey restaurant, named after Fred Harvey, who had his chain of hotels and restaurants along railroads. He was the founder of the El Tovar and the Bright Angel Lodge up that we just saw on the rim of the Grand Canyon. So I figure, why not? Let's eat here. Alright, and here we are, entering through the gift shop. Alright, so here in the Fred Harvey restaurant, we'll be sitting here at this booth. You can actually see out the window there our train, the train that took us to the Grand Canyon. Got some live music here in the restaurant as well. And it is a buffet here. And look at the buffet, it's actually themed to look like the Grand Canyon Railway that took us to the canyon. Okay, looks like we've got some chicken here, some ribs. Looks to be like a carving station over here. Well, that looks like a good piece of meat. And I got a plate full of meat. So I've noticed I do get comments. People complain about the way I hold my silverware. Please understand that part of my neurological condition involves fine motor skills, so I hold my silverware the best I can. Just a note to put out there since people seem so interested in that. But let's try some of that chicken. That rib there. We'll try some of that beef from the cutting station, a little au jus. Oh, it's really good, really tender. And I have obtained Fred Harvey Clean Plate Club status, and this may not be my only plate of the evening. Oh man, look at this big pile of snow. It was a warm day today, but apparently they've had some snow. This is like a big dirty pile of snow that's been sitting here since December. They scrape all the snow off the road and deposit it right there. And it has all the junk and garbage. So as the snow melts, the junk and garbage congeals together. Super disgusting. It's the rail yard where the cars retire for the evening. So thank you for coming with me today. I really enjoyed the train ride. They do special stuff. They have the musicians on there, the train robbers. It's a fun experience. And then of course you get out at the Grand Canyon, one of the most beautiful places on earth. And I do want to return to the Grand Canyon at some point in the future. There's so much more to see. There's just that little piece of the rim that I've gotten to see. Definitely need to check out some other portions of the canyon. Maybe, like I said, go down into the canyon at some point. Be interesting to see what it would be like at the I don't know if you can go all the way to the bottom, but there was a trail that I may need to work up to that. The trail down into the canyon. But I had a great time today. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Met some people today that recognized me. Always a good feeling. And I want to thank Marie. She figured out that I might be coming in on the train, and then she had some little Easter eggs and secret things she wanted to show me, because she lives and works up at the rim of the canyon. Of course, if you guys like these videos, please consider subscribing. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also in the Etsy shop, sell enamel pins, motel key fobs, press pennies, other fun stuff. And of course, all those things go to help keeping this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.